it was the battle of the unbeatens. The Big Easy versus the Big Apple.
Our dome, our home, our season.
Only one team could come out on top.
Well, it's always great for the NFL and our fans.
The Superdome was packed, the energy unbelievable. In the end, the Saints scored another giant win.
5-0, baby!
After the victory against the Giants, it's time to take off to Miami. Coming up on the Sean Payton Show, our cameras are going where no others can go, the team plane. See how the black and gold fly high in style. Plus, Billy Miller catches up with Saints fullback Keith Evans. It's this week's Inside the Locker Room. And Coach gives us his plan to take on the Dolphins. We've got an action-packed show just for you, Saints fans. Don't move. The Sean Payton Show starts now.
Let's go!
The Sean Payton Show, presented by Circle K. What else do you need?
Hey everyone, it's week 7, and we're headed south to Miami to take on the Dolphins.
That's right, and you guys are off to a 5-0 start. Coach, I gotta tell you that the game Sunday was just beautiful, and I think Saints fans were just inspired about what was going on down there on the field. It was really fantastic.
Our atmosphere, Angie, in that game was outstanding. It's the first time in a long while where it was deafening, and I think our fans had a lot to do with, especially our success on third down against the Giants offense, and we appreciate that. Now we have another tough challenge of handling crowd noise ourselves on the road.
We've got lots coming up for you this show. We begin with a look at the 48-27 win over the New York Giants.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
4th and less than a yard to go. Give it off to Mike Bell, up over and in. Mike Bell airborne. He's in the end zone with a 2-yard touchdown dive. Here's Breeze, gonna throw. Shockey, touchdown! Jeremy Shockey, vengeance is mine. Good for a 1-yard touchdown strike. Breeze stops, throws deep, looking for Beecham, goes up for the football. He's got it in the end zone for the score. Breeze with time, puts it in, more touchdown. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Welcome back, Lance Moore. Breeze fumbles the snap, gives it off to Bush, left side, trying to turn the corner, dives for the pylon, he's in. Reggie Bush showing off that speed to the outside. Breeze with time, puts it in, easy touchdown pass Colston. He ran right past Kevin Dockery and was wide open for a 12-yard touchdown strike. Give it to the fullback Evans, left side, Heath Evans is in, touchdown. Heath Evans with a 2-yard touchdown plunge, and the Saints add to their lead.
5-0, 5-0, you see it. You see it. Yeah, baby. Feel good to get a win. 5-0.
What an effort by the New Orleans Saints. 48-27 winners over the New York Giants, still undefeated. 5-0 for the 3rd time in their history. Well, that's the end of our game with the score. The Saints 48 and the Giants 27.
We're going to look at 2 key moments in this New York Giant game, and both of these plays involve our goal line offense. When we get into our heavy or goal line personnel package down inside the 3-yard line, we take an offensive tackle here, Jamar Nesbitt, as well as an offensive tackle here, Zach Strief. Both those players come into the game and report to the officials as eligible receivers. We're going to really try to work our left tackle here with our left guard, so Carl Nix and Jermon Bushrod, and we're going to try to double this defender right here and then block back to the backside linebacker. We're going to base block our left wing, and we're going to base block our left tight end on these 2 defenders right here. We're going to leave our fullback, Heath Evans, to try to sort through the most dangerous player, either the cornerback here or the inside linebacker. Typically, we want him to hit this hole and look for the linebacker. You'll see Jermon Bushrod come off on this backside linebacker. Watch the block he makes as he comes off and seals this alley for us to run. Mike Bell does the rest and gets into the end zone. The next clip is going to be another goal line sequence. So once again, the Saints are down inside the 2-yard line. Same personnel in that we added our 2 big tackles. All right, we have Jamar Nesbitt at the left wing. We added Zach Streif at the left tight end position. And again, we have 1 tight end on the field. All right, and this is number 88, Jeremy Shockey. This play is designed to really attack the defense and make it look like a run so that we can get this linebacker, Danny Clark, to just step up 2 steps. In the meantime, Jeremy Shockey is going to release to what we call a pylon route or a banana route to the back of the end zone. Our fullback is going to pretend like he's blocking and then slip into the flat. So it's a good play-action fake designed at attacking this linebacker and then getting Jeremy Shockey into the back corner of the end zone. Here's a good play fake by Drew. You see Jeremy get a good release here, and then it all comes down to the location of the throw. We're just wanting to slow that linebacker down a half a count. And if we can do that, it becomes very hard for him to cover the tight end. So we're trying to affect this player. We're bringing the fullback to the flat. The tight end is going to release, and we teach him this back pylon of the end zone. Mike Bell, the halfback, is in charge of cutting the end man on the line. So you're going to see him cut this player right here on this play. Here goes the play fake. Jeremy Shockey gets open, and that's a touchdown. Those are definitely 2 key moments in this past week's win against the New York Giants.
He may have been dealing with an injury in the beginning of the season, but you couldn't tell during the game against the Giants. We're talking about Lance Moore. He was on fire last weekend. Time now for a little lanyard. Check it out. Moore returned to the gridiron with 6 receptions for a total of 78 yards, including a 12-yard touchdown catch.
When it's time to hit the skies, the crew on our team plane springs into action.
There's a lot of prep work that goes into making sure that the black and gold get to and from their destinations just right. Our cameras went on board to show you.
Well, right now we're just waiting to get a ride out to the charter, which is out of a remote area. We're waiting for our catering trucks to show up so we can start the loading process, and the ladies will make sure that we got everything that's on the menu there. We're also going to be waiting for the pilot, make sure the fuel truck gets out here so that we've got enough fuel to fly back home. Just little details.
I'm Kathy, and I'm the flight leader of the Saints this year. We have a group of 11 flight attendants. 8 are primary, and the rest are alternates. So if somebody can't do the trip, then they fill in for that person. We all have our own little area of expertise. I enjoy doing the decorating and find it a challenge. And Mary, Melissa, Mary Ann do all the baking. We do all this on our own time and our own money. And but it's a labor of love. We enjoy it.
So we're going to put up seating charts so everyone knows where they're sitting, and they should already, at least the players, because they've got their usual seats. Now we've got 24 first-class seats. We will allocate those to players, veteran players. So depending upon how long they've been in the league, they'll be sitting up here, and then the balance of the players will be in the 3rd section of the plane. We leave the center seat open, so basically it's like a first-class seat. And any window seats, you notice that there's 2 back there in coach, but we only use 1 seat. Okay, so the guys can spread out. We break it down by, the type of players that are sitting in first class, give their weights for this particular section, the next section, and the 3rd section, so that he has an idea of exactly how the weight's distributed on the plane in terms of the players. And we also calculate poundage for individual luggage that goes on each section.
Today we have a choice of beef short ribs, chicken fajitas, or a Greek salad with beef. We have all the snacks and water out. Decorations are going up, and we're waiting for the team to arrive.
Once the game is over, let's say the game's over at 4 o'clock, usually takes about 45 minutes to an hour, depending upon if there are injuries or treatments that we're giving, that type of thing. When they come here, they will have been cleared through security, screen, and so forth. So we'll just unload, they'll just get on the plane. As soon as we're all aboard, we're good to go. Got everybody on the plane, the buses are taking off, we're loading up the equipment, let's go home. Okay.
Don't take off, Saints fans. We've still got much more ahead on the Sean Payton Show. We will take you back inside the locker room with Billy Miller to get to know Heath Evans. Plus, see what Coach has planned for the Dolphins. We'll have that and much more after a quick timeout.
The Sean Payton Show is...
Hey, Coach. This is Jared Lemoyne from Hammond, Louisiana. Who are you closest with on the team?
Jared, thanks for your question. Being a part of an NFL team like the New Orleans Saints is much like being a member of a family. And we don't have any one specific person I think we're closest to, especially as coaches, but we spend countless hours with the players and staff on working each week's game plan. If you have a question for us, email it to info@theshawnpaytonshow.com.
Heath Evans is new to the Saints this year, and he's already making his mark on the field and in the community. Billy Miller recently caught up with the fullback in this latest edition of Inside the Locker Room.
Hey everyone, it's Billy Miller, and this week we're inside the locker room. And joining me this week is my main man, Heath Evans. Heath, thanks for being here, bud. I appreciate it.
Hey, anytime, buddy.
Hey, let's talk a little bit about the start of the season and what you've done so far.
I knew I was coming to a good place. I mean, you leave New England, you don't leave New England just for anywhere. And I thought I was making one of those lateral moves. You know, I didn't want to step down. I didn't want to go somewhere where I was going to be struggling to win games.
We watch game film after every game, man. You're doing blocks. You're catching the ball better than some of our receivers. You're doing a great job.
Give it to the fullback Evans, left side. Heath Evans is in, touchdown. Heath Evans with a 2-yard touchdown plunge.
What is it about the mentality of a fullback in the NFL?
When Sean called me in the offseason, I was thrilled. I mean, you guys have had the best offense in football for the last 3 years. I mean, well, why do they want me? I mean, everyone always thinks they're good, but you look at the offense, you look at the numbers, you look at the stats. Man, I was thrilled just to have the invitation and the contract opportunity to come here. So to get in the mix of this offense and be a part of catching the ball, getting the block for these great stable of backs we've got, and really just kind of be a part of this team. I mean, it's been a thrill.
Talk to me a little bit about your background. Where are you from?
Palm Beach, Florida. It was a rough life
that's
growing
tough.
up down there. I mean, the palm trees, our hoods were tough.
I know this, but fans might not know. Where'd you go to school?
Auburn Tiger, the real Tigers. But did I say that out loud?
No, you did,
so
and I don't mind.
I am so sorry to say that.
I don't mind, because there's some other Tigers that are in this specific area that me being a USC guy, I'm not fond of.
Yeah, you know what? I had my battle versus the LSU Tigers. I've been down there in Death Valley enough to know that these fans are for real and that football team is always for real. But we had some fun wars.
Tell me a little bit about your family and your upbringing.
My dad was a man that truly cared about my mother. My dad was a man that came out of the Marine and was 225 pounds, bench pressing 500 pounds, kind of had the world by its tail, so to speak. My dad is like this extreme personality, but man, my mom knows beyond a shadow of a doubt that my dad is just royally in love with her. You know, my sister grew up knowing what to look for in a man because my dad exemplified that at home. And then I have this sweet little mom, Candy Evans, who's, you know, a $125 that, you know, on Friday nights on the varsity football games had about a 5-yard radius around her. No one sat next to her because she's yelling and screaming. If I stay on the ground too long, get up, you're not hurt, you sissy. I mean, she's like this wild banshee of a mom, waking me up on Saturday mornings to break down film to get better. So, you know, you look at my dad, you'd think he was the one pushing me to play football. He was the opposite, you know.
Let's talk about your wife, and you do have 2 beautiful daughters as well, right?
They are beautiful. That's why you marry a hot wife. Ava is 5, and Naomi is 2. We always wanted a girl and then a boy. We got our boy just wrapped up in a girl's body.
Heath, thanks a lot, man. Thanks for joining me. Had a lot of fun. Got to know you a little bit more, even myself in the locker room, so I'm sure the fans got an inside look at yourself and your life and kind of what's going on. It was fantastic.
Good, man. I enjoyed it.
I appreciate it. Hey, keep checking us out every week at theshawnpaytonshow.com. Keep watching. Thanks a lot.
Stay right there, Saints fans. We still have coaches planned for this week's Miami Dolphins matchup coming up. Plus, we know you're going to need some grub to keep those bellies full while you're watching the Saints. Stick around for a new gridiron grub recipe and details on how to get 2 of Coach's tickets to a home game.
What's up, Coach? This is D-Wade of the Miami Heat. Now, you know I'm here repping Miami, and I want to know, what's up your sleeve against that Wildcats offense?
Wayne, that's a great question, and that's this week's challenge for our defense. The Wildcat offense has helped Miami or been a part of the reason they're the #1 rushing team in football. We're going to examine 2 plays that are very problematic for the defense. The first play we're looking at ends up being a goal line sequence where they put Ronnie Brown as the direct snap quarterback. Off to the left here, you're going to see Ricky Williams come in short motion and basically form a full house backfield. At the very end of this play, you're going to see one back, the second back receiving the snap, and the third back here who's going to be utilized as a blocker. Miami's going to direct snap this ball right to Ronnie Brown, and you're going to see this left guard pull and then lead up in the hole. They're also going to take the 3-back, and he's going to lead up into the hole, and that leaves a big play for a play-action fake, and then Ronnie Brown taking this ball right in this B gap. It even cuts back a little bit. So you'll be able to see this T formation. As you stop it here, again, you've got a play-action fake by Ronnie Brown to Ricky Williams, so you have to have someone in charge of that. You've got the fullback who's leading the way, and you've got the left guard who's pulling in this hole, all right, to lead the way for the halfback. You continue to watch this play. Ronnie Brown does a great job of getting downhill, and Miami does a great job up front. And now we're going to take a look at a same formation. In other words, we're still going to see Ricky Williams get back to that spot that we're talking about. And now you're going to look at the 1-back being Ricky, the 2-back being Ronnie Brown, and the 3-back, all right, being the fullback over here. So all 3 backs are in that same formation, only this time you're going to see the right guard pull, and the misdirection is going to come to the left. The fullback, instead of blocking to the right, is going to follow this right guard, and now you end up with a weak side gap scheme or a counter scheme. Watch Ronnie Brown. It starts with him, a direct snap, short motion again to the halfback, and away they go. This creates a lot of problems. They're averaging over 5 yards a carry with this package. From the end zone look again, you'll see the same play. Once again, we're going to short motion the halfback to the backfield. He gets to that T alignment. So we circle the backs. There's 3 of them. We've got to account for all 3 of those players. The right guard this time is going to pull, and he's going to look, all right, to run this gap scheme to the left. You'll see the fullback kind of get on the hip of this guard and wrap around. Ronnie Brown starts it. He's the guy we've got to be able to account for, and it starts through him. So he would be the quarterback in this set. He'll take the direct snap. You'll see Ricky take the short motion, the fake again, and now the misdirection comes to the left side of the defense. You can see some of the problems that this Wildcat package can create for defenses. We've got to do a great job of staying at home and true to our gap. Defensively, we've worked on it all week. It's a big challenge for us, and it's part of this week's Payton's plan.
Up next, Gridiron Grub. We'll show you an easy recipe that you'll definitely want to mix into your game day cooking. Plus, we'll tell you how to get 2 of Coach's tickets to a home game. That's all ahead. But first, Saints Trivia. What college did Drew Brees attend?
The Sean Payton Show is...
What college did Drew Brees attend?
I don't know. Somewhere in Cali.
Purdue.
Purdue!
Purdue. Boston College.
The answer? Purdue.
Fire up those grills, Saints fans. It's time for some more Gridiron Grub.
This week, we're in the courtyard at the Royal Sonesta. Take a look at what they're cooking up.
Welcome, Saints fans. I'm Chef Pete Page. I'm here in the Royal Sonesta, New Orleans. We're joined here by Lauren. So what we're doing today, we're going to do a grilled flank steak fajita quesadilla. It's pretty easy to do on a grill, and it's real convenient for all your guests.
This is a very tailgate-appropriate dish.
This is an easy one to just feed everybody in the parking lot.
I'm like, we're ready to go.
This is our flank steak. It's about a 2 or 3 pound flank steak. We've had this marinating in our special herb oil. You'll see the recipe on the website if you go there to check it out. And season it up with a little bit of salt.
All right.
And then our standard Southwestern spices. Chili powder, 3-up garlic powder, and cumin. We got it nicely rubbed down. I'm gonna throw it on the grill.
How long do you normally let it sit on the grill?
If you were looking for more of a rare steak, we can do this steak in about 8 minutes.
Okay.
If you're looking for a well-done steak with no pink at all, probably about 15 to 20 minutes.
I gotcha.
Okay, so the next thing we need to do is our onions and peppers. I've just peeled this onion here, sliced it, about a 1/2 inch thick slice. I'm gonna put it on the grill. All right, so I got the onions going, and now we're gonna cut our peppers.
Okay.
Very, very easy to do. Cut the top off. And I cut it off so that the stem is still attached in the center. I'm gonna turn it over, cut the bottom. All right, so the pepper can stand up on his own, and I'm gonna just cut a slit of it. These 2 pieces are ready to go. This piece, roll and pop that center right out.
That's the technique I'm lacking right there.
And all we gotta do is throw it right on the grill. So, this is the fajita part, and this you can get rolling. Oh, there we go.
Stay
Now
back.
we're rolling. Oh. once this is all cooked up, we're gonna slice out the flank steak.
Okay.
We're gonna set it aside. Then we're gonna chop up our onions and peppers. We're gonna set those off to the side. And then we're gonna take our tortilla here and throw it on the grill. If you will take some of that cheese,
The whole bowl
spray
over
it
here.
right over the top of the quesadilla. Okay, so I got a little bit of this flank steak cut up, ready to go. I'm gonna spread it out over the quesadillas.
And how long do you leave those on the grill once you've kind of put everything in it?
The nice thing about quesadillas is they tell you when they're done. So if you just watch the cheese knows. As soon as the cheese is melted, all I'm doing to finish the quesadilla is fold it over like a book. I'm gonna cut you some, and then you pick your favorite condiments.
All right.
So there you have it. That's our steak quesadilla. Lauren, what'd you think?
I gotta say, it was one of the best ones I've ever had.
So we're leaving you here from the Royal Sonesta in the courtyard in the heart of the French Quarter at 300 Bourbon Street. Thank you very much for being with us. Bye.
You can find that recipe and much more at our website, theSeanPaytonShow.com.
Also, don't stop sending in your true saint stories just yet. I have a set of tickets to give away for our next big Monday night home game against the Atlanta Falcons. So if you know someone who is a true saint, send me their story to info@theSeanPaytonShow.com.
Good luck on the road, Coach.
Thanks, Angie. This is a big challenge for our team Sunday. We get to go on the road. It seems like it's been a while. We've been playing at home for the last 2 weeks, and now we play a real good Miami team that possesses a #1 rushing offense in football and a top 10 defense. So our work is going to be to go up there and take the crowd out of it and try to play our best football. It's going to be hot. I know we'll have a lot of fans there. We're excited.
Yeah, we're looking forward to watching it here at home. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you next week.
The Sean Payton Show, presented by Circle K. What else do you need?